Welcome to Chapter 4, The Modern Era. In this final chapter, we look at how, during the professional era, the club has in the main maintained its position within the top 30 clubs in Scotland, providing an environment at Stony Hill which has constantly evolved to meet the demands as we moved into the 21st century. Something to look out for in this segment is to witness how many of our MRFC contributors have come through our youth system. On the pitch, Musselburgh continued to maintain their position, fluctuating between the second and third tiers for the next 15 years.
Hi, I'm Andy McLeod. I was captain last century, about 1994. I'd like to wish Musselburgh Rugby Club a happy 100th birthday.
Hello folks, I'm John Hawkins. I had the good fortune of being captain of the club from 1995 to 1997. And I'm really grateful to have the opportunity to catch up with you all remotely and to wish you and the club very many congratulations for 100 years. It's incredible. It sort of got me thinking, you start to feel old at times like this. I was actually the captain at the 75th anniversary. And I remember very bizarrely getting interviewed by Bill Lothian, the great rugby journalist, he came to my flat in just off Pinkie Road, and we ended up with a photograph of me with a pair of rugby boots around my neck. That seemed to be the prop in the 1990s. I don't know, we've moved on a bit since then, but certainly when I think back of the club, I've got really, really great memories. I had not long arrived in the area, not long joined the police, and was made to feel really, really welcome. I love the standard of rugby, but most of all, I love the community, and I know that that's still strong down at the club. So here, great to see you all. What a great achievement, 100 years, and all the very best to everybody for the next 100 years.
Musselburgh is and always will be part of me, and I am extremely proud to say that my son and now my grandsons wear the hoops. Our club badge appears to be known worldwide, and for the right reasons. That is why I am immensely proud to be a member of our club.
Hi everybody, my name's Robert Bain. I was captain of Musselburgh Rugby Club in the 99-2000 season. And this is Stanley. A lot of boys will know Stanley, and he likes a trip down to the rugby club for a pint as well. Drew asked for a couple of highlights. I'm going to give you a couple of lowlights of my season as captain, because they are good ones. Unfortunately, I was a captain to get the club relegated from the second to the third division. And I was also the captain that took the club to Strathendrick in front of the BBC Scotland cameras, where we got put out in the Scottish Cup by a third division national side. Not the best moment as captain. But I must say I loved every minute of being captain of the rugby club. It's a very huge honour, and I still love going down on a Saturday and watching the boys play and supporting the club whenever I can. Hope you have a great night, boys. I'll catch you later, hopefully face to face. Cheers now.
I first came to Musselburgh RFC in 1973 when I was immediately given the nickname Sweeney. These troubled times, as we move forward, I'm sure the club will continue to be integral in the community of Musselburgh and East Lothian, and also provide a strong voice in the arena of Scottish rugby. So it's all the best for the club for the next century, and beyond that, I would hope. Good wishes to everybody, to all the members, committees, and all the players. Hope to see you all at Stony Hill soon.
Hello, George Cringan here. I was honoured to be the past captain of Musselburgh Rugby Club in the season 2000, 2001 and 2004-2005. From the very first training session through to my last game, I've thoroughly enjoyed every moment of being part of the club. Musselburgh Rugby Club to me is all about the people who work hard behind the scenes to keep the club moving in the right direction, the faithful supporters, always willing to give you that friendly advice after the game, and most of all the players training hard, playing hard and enjoying the great social side of the club. And for me, Musselburgh Club is certainly, they did know how to have a good social time. One of the highlights for me was our tour to Canada. It was good rugby, many laughs, but best of all was the bonding of players that can never be broken. Sorry I couldn't join you tonight. I look forward to when we can all get together again share some stories, watch the Burgh whilst having a beer or two. I hope everyone stays healthy. Musselburgh Club, I wish you all the success for the future, on and off the park. Schlans.
Good evening, I'm Aleister Bonfron. I was the club captain between 2001 and 2002 season. I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate Musselburgh Rugby Club on reaching its 100th anniversary. When I was captain, I was fortunate to have a great number of players around me, and one of the best things I can always remember was the support from all the people in the club at that time. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you all the very best and have a good evening tonight. Thank you.
Hi, Graham Jameson. I captained the club for 2 seasons between 2002 and 2004 and was lucky enough to follow in the footsteps of my granda Jimmy Jameson, who captained 1944 to 1946. Many happy returns to the club on the special occasion of our 100th birthday. Here's hoping we can get together at some point in 2021 to celebrate. One of my most memorable games and occasions at the club was the 75th anniversary match versus Hoyk. Fingers crossed we can replicate such an event this year.
Hi, I'm Bob Nelson. I was president of the club from 2004 to 2006. The club is an integral part to the sporting facilities within the Musselburgh community and should be kept that way. We're a club that embraces the SRU values and delivers them on a local basis. Long may this continue. Finally, I'm proud to be part of Musselburgh Rugby Club, one if not the best clubs in Scotland. All the best for the centenary and happy birthday Musselburgh.
Hi everyone, I'm Archibald. I was captain of Musselburgh Rugby Football Club for the 2005-2006 season. I played for Musselburgh for about 15 years by this point, so finally being asked to be captain was an unexpected privilege. Season wise, I got injured and pre-season, broke a finger, couldn't play for 6 months, but eventually I made a comeback and played the last few league games and helped the club avoid relegation by staying in Premiership 3. So for me that was still a great achievement. So it's an honour to be asked to be part of this centenary celebration, so I'd just like to say happy 100th birthday to MRFC, and we can all enjoy the online dinner, but get together as soon as possible to celebrate the centenary properly. So have a good night guys, all the best, see you soon, thanks.
It doesn't seem like nearly 50 years ago since Duncan Macmillan suggested that I take a trip up to Stony Hill and have a shot at the game of rugby, and there I was, and I met the icon that was Ramsay Smith, who tried to teach me the ins and outs of being a scrum half. Afterwards in the club, a lime and lemonade, speaking to all the huge rugby players. Gordon McClanahan looked about 12'6" at that time, and then over came the luminary that was the president. Ramsay Smith introduced me to that wonderful Chris Barclay Smith, and from then on things just gathered pace. Up to Forsyth for my strip, 1495. Games played every Saturday, 5:15s going out, and then it ended up with the Colts in 1975, 74-75. And from that, long-lasting friendships that last till today. For those whose names don't appear on the boards, the people who helped out in the club, the people who helped out with the minis, the people who helped out with serving teas after matches, those are the spirit of Musselburgh Rugby Club, and thank you for everything you've done.
Hello everyone, Fraser Sutherland here. I captained the club between the years of 2006 and 2007. I was fortunate to have a number of great people around me on and off the pitch, with Mark Steedman and Craig McGeary coaching the club.
Here, I joined the club in the mid-70s. I had the great honour of being president 2007 to 2009. Highlights of the presidency: us winning our sevens both years, beating Jed Forest and Kelso in a league match for the first time ever, the under-18s making the Youth Cup final, the under-16s going on the following year to become Scottish champions. Made a lot of lifelong friends and have great memories of the club, and it's brilliant to be able to help them celebrate their centenary and onwards and upwards for the next 100 years. Thanks.
And enjoying it. I was made captain. Fraser only did the 1 year as captain, so I ended up being captain the next again here. and we managed to retain our status in National Division 2, which, given the squad turnaround that we had from getting promoted the season before, I thought was a particularly good achievement, and I'll forever thank Fraser Sutherland for scoring the try that wasn't a try through at Hamilton that let us win that game.
It's Greg Leach, some of you might know me as Leachy or Leggy. I was captain between 2008 to 2010. It was a great honour for me to be captain of Musselburgh. I've been playing since I was 4-year-old at the club. I think that my maths takes me back to 1990, I think I first ran out on a Stony Hill. But so, as you can imagine, it was a great honour for me to be part of such a historic history and congratulate them on reaching their 100th anniversary. Cheers. And I look forward to getting back onto the hill to cheer the boys on and see the rugby family again. Thank you.
Hi there, Andrew Clark, past Musselburgh Rugby captain. My captaincy was a fairly short captaincy, which ended up me going on sabbatical for a few years to a local club. Apart from that, I had some great times at Musselburgh Rugby Club. My favourite time was when I just came to the Colts and I was trying to get to the first, and I got to play with club legends like Cliff Livingston, Sandy McCall, John Hawkins and Alderness Clark. I just wish Musselburgh Rugby Club all the best for the next 100 years. And I'd like to raise a wee glass to my old mate Craig McGeary as well. Cheers, folks.
Following relegation in 2011, much as Chris Barclay-Smith did 35 years previously, President Colin Scott met with a group of influential members to formulate a strategy to restore natural order.
Good evening, it's Colin Scott here. I've been a member of Musselburgh Rugby Club for 45 years now. During that time I've been a player, I've been on the coaching staff, committee member. Then from 2009 to 2013 I've had the privilege of being president of the club, and currently I'm an honorary president of the club. I can still remember my very first game for Musselburgh. It was at Pinkie Playing Fields. It was in April 1976. It was against Trinity Accies. I was playing at scrum half during the game, and I was getting some unwanted attention from one of the back row players, especially at lineouts. So the referee warned the number 7 for throwing a punch at me. The second half he done exactly the same again. So the referee had no option but to send them off. So after the game in the clubhouse, the Trinity player came up to me and said, "Colin, you could at least have told me that the referee was your dad." So a true story, my dad was the referee in the very first game I played for Musselburgh. Footnote to the game, we actually won the game as well. No surprise there. Musselburgh is a great club to be a part of, and I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate the club on its centenary. And let's all look forward to the future where we can be back together again and celebrate in style.
James Doyle was appointed captain in 2011.
Seniors and became sort of early 20s to mid 20s, the club started to struggle, and we were basically lacking in confidence and lacking in discipline, really. We were fit enough and good enough, and we just didn't execute well. And as confidence goes and losses continue to mount up, it becomes hard to get that next win. And we really lost our way towards the end of the 2000s. The noughties were not great. And we got relegated into Division 4, which was called National 1 at the time, the 4th tier of Scottish Rugby. And we were ending up having to travel to places most of us hadn't been at first 15 level, places like Garnock. Our first game that season was away to Linlithgow. We narrowly won, and it's no disrespect to these teams, but we had players and a team capable of much better. But for several reasons, we just weren't performing. And that's the biggest challenge I had, was to try and turn things around. And one of the ways we did that was just by having a good nucleus of Musselburgh players who could be trusted and were desperate to do the same as me and get the club out of the hole we'd kind of got ourselves into. We became more disciplined in terms of our approach to playing, and we continued the good social side.
Well, there's a relegation in there, you know, to what we'd class as Division 4. We managed to bounce straight back up to go back into National 2 it would have been at the time. That year as well we got to the Shield final, which was a massive high, but then also had the low point of actually losing that final to Dunfermline.
In subsequent seasons we narrowly missed out on promotion. We were the bridesmaids, and that continued in one of my highlights as captain, which was getting to the Shield final. It was a day out the club just badly needed. We had the breakfast in the morning. I've never seen the club quite so busy and buzzing, even in recent times when we have managed to secure promotion to the Premiership. It was just a really good feeling around, and we really managed to create a real day out for everybody. Unfortunately, we didn't deliver on the pitch. I think maybe the occasion got the better of us, but we still celebrated like we'd won when we came home, and that was all down to Neil Hogg, who rounded up the troops, and in the Bill Hogg room we sung our hearts out despite the disappointment. It was a real memorable day. Shame we didn't win, but it's still a memorable day.
I've had many a memorable occasion. One of them would be run out to Murrayfield against Dunfermline. Great time for the players, coaches, club and spectators.
With Grant Tallock in charge of coaching and Martin Gill as president, the hard work was paying off. A respectable third place position in 2014 was followed by even greater success in 2015.
2015, you know, will forever live with me as coach of the club, when, you know, we had, it looked like we were dead and buried and not going to, you know, get promoted. When we lost through at Falkirk early January, and we went on a crazy run and got 5 points from every other game in 2015. A few other results went our way over the course of the second half of the season, and it culminated in us playing Howe Fife out at Stonyhill in a winners take all.
On the 28th of March 2015, Musselburgh played against Howe Fife in another all or nothing clash. 5 points was necessary to win the title and promotion back to the second division.
Good crowd down at Stonyhill, all ready to go against our friends from Howe Fife.
Oh, yes! Go on, Tomo! Go on, Tomo! Come on, Tomo!
Great
tackle!
Well, it was a poor start, 12-0 down. Slight concern, I have to say, at that point. But my recollection was the pack dominated from that point on. And the Packs then took over.
Hey, just walk it, walk it. Just walk it. Keep it going, brother. Yes!
One more. Go on. Done, Reggie. Yes! Superb, fella. One forward. Get there. Get there. Hold them, boys. Yes!
Yes! All over the fucking thing. Use it. What are you?
Keep a hold of it.
Good.
Yes. Good. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Champions. Champions.
And it was a good 32-20 win.
Hi, Graham Bowman, captain of Musselburgh 2014-2015, in which year we managed to win the National 2 title. Highlight of that season for me would have been playing Howard Fife at home in the last game of the season. We went 12-0 down, came back and won 32-20 and had a great night in the club after.
Right, can you leave it?
Well done, boys.
Hi, Keith Buchan here, past president of Musselburgh Rugby Club, season 2015 to 2017. I came down to Musselburgh from Portobello when I was 22 to meet up with my good friend Jimmy Handyside, which was some 42 years ago. I've held several positions within the rugby club, but two that spring to mind that I really enjoyed and had a great times with is when I was the mini convener, and for the Millennium 2000 we took 150 kids over to Dublin, the mini and the midi, to go on tour and that, which was fantastic. Great times. And also I was vice president. I became the project manager for the refurbishment of the clubhouse, which was great. And now coming along on board with the new gym and changing rooms and that, we're going to have a first class facility at Stonehill, which I think will be absolutely brilliant.
I've been a member of Musselburgh Rugby Club ever since the minis. I believe I joined in primary 6, and I've been lucky enough to play at the club my whole entire life, and all the way through, make it to the first 15, and had the honour of captaining it. All I can say about the club is absolutely tremendous club, great people, great bunch of friends. It's been a massive part of my life for so long now. Here's to the next 100 years. Thanks very much. All the best.
2018-19 saw the emergence of the Super Six.
You know, training on a Tuesday, Thursday, and then having an hour and a half game on a Saturday, and then having a few beers, which is the vast majority of rugby people in Scotland want. That's all they want. You know, the top end of the game is only for a couple of hundred people. That's all that's there. We've got 2 pro teams, that's it. So, you know, and the Super Six will, hopefully, the Super Six are starting in July, at the end of July, and it's going to go through until end of October. And that's going to be the link. There's going to be A games involved as well. So we're trying to get that link between the Super Six and the pro teams. And also the Super Six have as part of their role is to develop a relationship with the Premiership and the national clubs as well. So, and there's only 6 teams at the moment. So will that expand? But again, we're trying to find a way to develop our young players. That's really important. We haven't got like Italy, France, France, Ireland, England, obviously, and Wales. They all have semi-pro leagues, and you know they all have. And whether we like it or not, players want to get paid for. You know, this is the way of the world now. You know, very few people that play rugby for nothing to think they're pretty good. You know, so we've got to deal with that, and it's such a small playing pool that lads that aren't very good think they are.
As 6 clubs from the existing Premiership were to join this new league, it meant that 6 clubs from National 1 had the chance for promotion.
Part of the talk that we had with the players at the early stages was, what are our goals as a club and what are our goals as a team when we talk about the first 15. And it was to progress, and it was to get better, and it was to have that opportunity to play at the higher level, and we all agreed on that.
As the season progressed, it became evident that the last spot would be contested by Musselburgh or Gala. With Gala playing against the league leaders Mar, Burgh entered their final game against Jed Forest, knowing that a bonus point would likely be enough to secure promotion. Unfortunately, the game had to be rearranged to the end of the season, which caused some concern within the Musselburgh ranks.
My best moment as captain was accidentally booking my stag do on the rearranged last fixture of the season against Jed at home. From this game we only needed a point to get promotion to the Premiership, and I decided to take 12 first 15 players away for a boozy weekend in Albufeira.
Roll away! Play on!
Fortunately for me, the boys that were here managed to get the point we needed and get us promotion to the Premiership.
Unfortunately for promotion to the Premiership, I wasn't here. I was on my brother's stag do in Portugal back in 2011. We did celebrate.
The bonus point against Jade and results elsewhere saw Musselburgh secure promotion to the Premiership for the first time in 33 years.
It wasn't just 20 guys that got us promotion there. It was 40, 45 guys that got us the promotion. It was very much was a squad effort in terms of that, and that's one of the good things about it. Everybody had a part to play within that season.
And of course, who can forget the last game of the 2018-19 season at Stonyhill against Jed Forest, where gaining a try bonus point gave us promotion to the Premiership for the first time in 30 years. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Musselburgh Rugby Club on reaching 100 years and look forward to celebrating the centenary year with all our members, supporters and players and the wider rugby family.
Having returned to the Premiership, the club's initial aim was to stabilise its position.
We got that first win at Glasgow Hawks away in good style as well. Back to our kind of, if you like, our roots of the previous season, how we played, possession-based game, playing wide, but also being able to play through the middle, playing some really attractive rugby and fast-paced rugby, and finishing teams off. And that got us a bit of a confidence boost to go on and then start to compete.
My favourite moment as club captain would have been re-securing our Premiership status as being the first team to do it in a long time. In particular, the game against GHA away in the freezing cold, ice and rain, and getting a hard-fought win.
Hit the nail on the head by saying we need to just roll our sleeves up and work hard, and that's what the guys did. They ground out wins, at GHA, and the draw with Selkirk, and then the win at Jed or against Jed, and then that all but winning against Curry in the final game of the season. And those 4 games showed to me, and hopefully showed to the players, that they very much are a Premiership team able to compete at that level.
In the end, the season was cancelled due to the outbreak of COVID-19, and rugby has been halted ever since.
Obviously this year has been quite disappointing, not to get a game at all and just to be named captain and then not get anything is quite disappointing, but we've got loads to look forward to. Another year, well, hopefully many years in the Premiership. We've got the gym coming up as well, which is brilliant news for the club. Just starting construction very soon, so really looking forward to that. Just really looking forward to getting back on the pitch.
We have reached the end of our 100-year journey. The club is in a fantastic position to meet the challenges ahead, and hopefully there will be a return to rugby in season 2021-2022. Prior to formally concluding this event, here are a few messages from our members and friends.
I am very proud to have played a part, or a very small part anyway, in Musselburgh's 100-year history. I joined the club in 1976 when Paul Charlton took me up there, and I loved the rugby right from the start. All the best, boys. Stick in. Cheers.
Hi, I'm Janet Scott and I am now in my 3rd year as a secretary of the club. I've been around the club since the 1980s after I met Colin, and as you can see from these photos, we enjoyed our Halloween nights as much as everyone does nowadays. although I would have to admit that the outfits now are probably a little bit more creative than ours were. So congratulations Musselburgh on your centenary year and every best wish for the future. Cheers.
Hi, I'm Jill Irving and I've been treasurer at Musselburgh Rugby Club since 2016. As one or two of you may know, I'm a massive rugby fan and I've followed Musselburgh since school days. While being treasurer is often more time and effort than a real job, it's never begrudged and I do always feel proud to represent the club. While we've faced a few challenges, we're lucky to have the support of a faithful membership, many talented players, loyal and generous sponsors and a dedicated board have all contributed to where the club stands at this time of our centenary. So cheers, happy centenary and happy birthday Musselburgh Rugby Club.
G'day guys, Paul Mcdonald here from Musselburgh. I played for you guys in 2002, 3 and 4, nearly 20 years ago. This is my family, it's my wife Fraser, my oldest daughter Monica, Karen, Taylor and Leon. G'day. Hey, thanks for asking me to make a video for this day. 100 years, what a great club. Got lots of fond memories and lots of great guys that I played with.
Happy birthday Musselburgh Rugby Club from Fraser McMillan here in Melbourne. Many congratulations to Drew, the committee, players and all the members on a great achievement.
Good evening, I'm Colin Beattie and I'm your local MSP and I'm delighted to have the opportunity tonight just to say a few words in support of the club's centenary celebrations. Now I realise it's strange times we're in and these celebrations are being done on a virtual basis. And you know, we could all wish that we were able to get together around the bar, have a beer, have a glass of wine, whatever, but that's not going to be the case on Saturday night. I'd just like to say 100 years, so much has happened over that 100 years, especially the past year, which has been very strange indeed with COVID-19. And it's fantastic to see the club, despite all the lockdowns and difficulties they've been having in the past months, still bursting with ideas, bursting with energy as to where they're going in the future and what they're going to be doing, expansion plans with the new gym and so forth. And that's really fantastic. It's good for the club, good for the membership, good for the community. And Musselburgh Rugby Football Club is embedded into the local community. There's no doubt about that. I'm looking forward to the next 100 years, perhaps not personally, but I think the club will go from strength to strength and I truly wish it well. And on Saturday night, I'll be raising a virtual glass to the centenary.
On behalf of the Preston Lodge Rugby Club, I would like to thank President Drew Johnston, committee and members of Musselburgh Rugby Club on their 100th year anniversary.
Hi, I'm Keith Wallace, President of Harrington, and I just wanted to say from everyone at Neilson Park, happy birthday and fantastic news. Congratulations on your centenary.
Congratulations Musselburgh on your centenary year. We at RSI wish you continued success on and off the field. It was great seeing the new plans to continue improving your facilities.
Hi there, happy centenary Musselburgh, what a great achievement. Just wanted to say all the best, happy birthday from everyone at North Berwick Rugby Football Club.
Yeah, definitely one of the favourite clubs of mine, certainly, and not because I was born and brought up in Tranent, but just really happy memories.
Yeah, I'll second that. Yeah, great memories of having very rarely beat Musselburgh. To be honest, I'm not sure I can actually recollect one now. Always struggled against them, always a really stuffy game. But yeah, wish you all the best for your anniversary and look forward to actually being there in person at Stonyhill at some time.
Congratulations Musselburgh on your centenary. It's a delight to see you in the top division, and Scottish Rugby really need strong community clubs like you.
Good evening Musselburgh Rugby Club. This is Bobby Sin, President Edinburgh Accies here. Congratulations on your 100th birthday. Hope you have a great night. All the best.
Good evening, my name's Paul Cranston. I'm the President at Jed Forest Rugby Club, and on behalf of Jed, we'd like to wish you a very happy birthday. Just a big congratulations to Musselburgh Rugby Club, everybody involved through there, from everybody in Selkirk.
Congratulations to the club in reaching its centenary year. I hope a lot of you can enjoy the celebration night as much as possible in what is obviously really weird times for us all.
And to congratulate Musselburgh RFC on reaching this great milestone in the club's history.
I'd like to congratulate Musselburgh from everybody at Hoyk and them reaching their centenary year. It's just a great pity that we couldn't be up there this weekend playing the match and celebrating with you.
Musselburgh, Stuart Hogg here. Congrats on your centenary. I hope you guys have an amazing night and all the very best. Cheers.
I hope you have a great night. I'd like to wish the club all the best. I'm sure you will survive another 100 years at least, and I look forward to visiting the club, meeting up with some of the old acquaintances.
Hi, David Drummond here at Scottish Rugby. Just a short note to everyone at Musselburgh Rugby Club to say congratulations on your 100th birthday. An amazing achievement, and great to see that you're still celebrating your centenary year despite the restrictions we're all living under just now. I've only been with Scottish Rugby a couple of years, but it's always been clear to me to see everyone, what great leaders you have at the club who are really driving things forward behind the scenes from your minis and your youths into your adult section. You must be one of only a few clubs across Scotland who are able to put out 3 adult male teams coming the weekend, often collaborating with other clubs across East Lothian. But I think that speaks volumes of the type of people at the club that you're able to work with others to ensure that anyone wants to play the game gets the chance to do so. Congratulations to everything you've achieved so far, and on behalf of all my colleagues at Scottish Rugby, here's to the next 100 years at Stonyhill. Take care.
I'd like to say on behalf of the referees who refereed you all in my era during the 80s, it was always a privilege to come down there, particularly for the sevens and particularly for the hospitality before, during and after in that little caravan at the side of the pitch.
Yes, to Musselburgh, I promise you this one thing, right? I promise you this one thing, and boys, it was a really positive experience. I came away thinking, wow, that's my world. That's where I'm most comfortable, with real people. That's the important, real people.
Hi everyone, it's Ian McGeechan here. I'd just like to congratulate Musselburgh on reaching their centenary. 100 years of rugby is a great achievement, and also say well done on the new fundraising, which I understand is going to get you a new gym and new changing rooms, and augurs well for the 2nd century. So try and have a good celebration, and I'm sure there'll be some of that centenary beer and gin going around and being passed around. But well done, congratulations. It's great for rugby in Scotland, and I wish everyone a very good centenary year.
Hello, this is Jim Telfer. I would just like to congratulate Musselburgh Rugby Club on reaching the centenary. And I hope, even in adverse circumstances, that some virtual celebrations have been possible.
Greetings from Mediterranean Philip Hawke. Happy birthday to you all. Fantastic achievement. I've always thought Musselburgh were very much like a border club. You've got your own identity, you've got your common riding, and you've got a great rugby club.
Congratulations to the men for the honest tune, and I've got my Musselburgh Colts decanter here, and I'm going to have a glass of port right, so cheers to Musselburgh.
Yeah, also best wishes to Musselburgh. Had a lot of games against you. The last time I was down there was Derek Watson's 70th, was it Derek? Maybe his 80th, I'm not sure. And it was around Christmas time. I was wearing some Darth Vader Christmas jumper. Got absolutely hammered with Derek and some of his cronies in Kenny Milne, and we ended up in some bar in Broughton Street. So, yeah, look forward to seeing you all at the end of the year then.
And from my end, Musselburgh, 100 years is a phenomenal achievement. So congratulations from all the rugby community. Musselburgh's a great club to come to. Yeah, it's such a good social club. You've kept your standard really high. You're still up there in the Premiership playing good rugby.
Some great players over the years too, and fantastic that's 100 years now for the club. I wish you many more successful years, and here's to the next 100 for you. So yeah.
Okay. Well, I think from both Kenny and myself that all the best, a great achievement for 100 years, but more importantly, our times when we've been involved at Musselburgh, played there, or had players involved at Heriots, you've got a lot to be proud of, and it's a great club. And all the best for your centenary and hopefully another 100 years after that.
Hello, I'd just like to congratulate the Musselburgh Rugby Club on 100 years of rugby. What a great contribution you've made to Scottish rugby. I've always had great fun down at Musselburgh, got several good friends and had many laughs down there. Here's wishing you every success to the future. I hope you have another 100 years of great success and wish you all the very best.
The first 100 years has been terrific, lads, and you know, you're part of the club and part of the present and the future as well as the past, and here's to the next 100 years as well. You know, let's just all hope that rugby is being played in 100 years' time, and you know, all the kids are having as much fun as we used to have. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Yep. And likewise, you know, I was writing my blog today on my website, scotthastings.co.uk. But, you know, I was writing about, I played against England 11 times, and it's interesting, you know, I got dropped in 1997, couldn't get back into the game, and I kind of walked away from the game. I had 18 months of playing professional rugby. But you know what? You still go back to your bread and butter, and your bread and butter is your club. And that's why, you know, we've all been what's strange. We're all part of Musselburgh because we've always been part of a club. And I think what is shown through tonight is just the fact is we're able to tell a story, share a story, but also remember the good times of touring with our teammates. And we become friends through that. So as long as the guys who attend the online event at Musselburgh Rugby Club realise that it's their time to take it on as well. And we have to be, as we've been talking about, we have to be innovative. So good luck, fellas, and have a good night, and we'll see you in November.
Hi there, John Jeffrey, Kelso Rugby Club and Chairman of the Scottish Rugby Union. Just wanting to record a message to wish you all the best for your next 100 years and congratulate you on your 100th birthday. I remember coming up to play Musselburgh for the first time ever as part of the mighty Kelso 15. This wasn't going to be a problem. They only had one player in the Musselburgh team, Mcdonald, who we toured with Scotland in 1984 to Canada and America. And I remember the coach saying, just one thing you have to do is kick the living daylights out of that little so-and-so Donald, and then that's the only player they've got. Apart from that, it's going to be 50 or 60 points. So we trooped on the bus. I think it was actually a Thursday night game we were playing. Up we went under the lights of Stony Hill. Finding the place was a bit of a problem in the first place. I think it took us about 20-30 minutes once we got to Musselburgh to try and find the place. So we're late for the game. That wouldn't matter because it was only Musselburgh we were playing anyway. So we got onto the pitch and kick-off, ball came over, and one almighty fight developed. There was no way Musselburgh were going to entertain us whitewashing them. They kicked the living daylights out of us. We had a scrap on the pitch. I think we eventually overcame them and won by about 10, 15 points, but not very much. But by God, did we learn that Musselburgh were a team. They most certainly were. But what I will say is, once the game was finished, they were in the club rooms, they bought us pints, we shared, we laughed, we drank, we probably sang songs as well, and we went way back. And I remember going back in the team bus, all aglow, I suppose, with having played 80 minutes hard rugby, and then after that, drunk 2 or 3 pints and had the camaraderie. And it struck me, as I say, on the bus on the way home, was that was what rugby should be about. It was the epitome of what a rugby club should be. Hard on the pitch, hard off the pitch, enjoyment. And I just looked at all the volunteers who had been involved in the development of Musselburgh over the years to move eventually to Stony Hill and develop a team, develop a club rooms, develop a pitch, and just the way they embraced the whole of the community. I think it's a hallmark for a great club, and anybody who wants to do something with a rugby club should take a look at the model at Musselburgh. So on behalf of Kelso Rugby Club, on behalf of the Scottish Rugby Union, and on behalf of me personally, many, many congratulations. I'm really sorry because of this COVID I couldn't be there tonight, because I'd love to come down to a few pints with you all and enjoy it. So well done your last 100 years, and I look forward to coming out to Stony Hill to see you in the next year when rugby starts again. Many congratulations. Have a great night.